Hi, I'm Soldis from Victoria, BC. I'm in 11th grade and I'm interested in a career in law. I have a couple questions about the process of completing your law school education.
Hello, my name is Kristen Bailey. I am a criminal defense attorney. I graduated from the University of Toronto Law School in 2008 and was called to the bar in 2009. Since that time, I have worked as a criminal defense attorney at a law firm in Toronto.
Hi, I'm Jordana Goldlist. I'm the owner of JHG Criminal Law, a boutique criminal defense firm based out of downtown Toronto. And I'm here today to answer questions of a grade 11 student through the amazing initiative Future Me.
The first being, what is the general process of law school?
Law school can seem pretty intimidating. I was the first person in my family to go to university at all, let alone law school, so I didn't know what to expect. Law school is difficult. It's a lot of work. It's competitive, and there's a lot of reading that you have to do for each of your classes. So it is something that is a difficult 3 years. However, like anything else, you find a group of friends you can study with. You find professors who are willing and able to help you. They have office hours. You can go talk to them with anything that you're struggling with, anything you don't understand. So it's difficult, but it is doable.
Law school is a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. It was competitive, it was challenging, but it was a phenomenal learning experience. I got to learn about topics I never thought I was even going to be interested in, ways in which the law impacts our lives that we don't even think about on a regular basis, things that certainly go well beyond criminal law, but also include criminal law. And things like rules of evidence, courtroom procedure, the way that you're supposed to conduct yourself in court as opposed to what we traditionally see on television. So law school was certainly a phenomenal experience, and one that doesn't necessarily apply just to people who want to go out and be lawyers. It also includes individuals who are interested in politics, policy, social justice, justice reform. There's a wealth of information that's available, and it's certainly an amazing experience.
And what was your major before applying to law school? Is there any you would recommend?
I studied philosophy. I went to the University of Western Ontario. I did find that philosophy was helpful in taking the law school admissions test, the test you have to take prior to applying for law school. Specifically, logic classes were helpful for taking that test. There are a section of the LSAT is on logic games and logical arguments. So being able to break down an argument into its parts and see its structure is helpful. So if you want to enroll in a logic class, that could be helpful for that. There's also prep classes that will help try to teach you the same thing, though. It doesn't really matter what you take as an undergrad. Law school admissions don't care about what your undergraduate degree is actually in. So I had friends in law school who had undergraduate degrees in fine art, in music, in political science, in zoology. It can be just about anything. So my advice is if you're looking to do your undergraduate degree before law school, take what you like, take what you're good at, because at the end of the day, it's not going to matter what your degree is in. Your grades are going to matter. And so you should take whatever you think is going to get you the grades you're going to need for law school.
Prior to law school, I studied philosophy. I have an honors degree in philosophy. I took it because I loved it, not for any other reason, but as it turns out, it was a great precursor to law school. I learned all about formal logic, argumentation theory, reason. It really provided a lot of the foundational skills that are important not only for law school, but for a strong legal career.
I would recommend for a high school student or even an undergraduate student to try to see what the criminal justice system looks like in practice. It is a lot different than what you might think. Every court in Canada is fully open to the public. So you can walk into any courthouse, the Ontario Court of Justice, Superior Court of Justice, a Court of Appeal. You can walk into any court, you can walk into any courtroom, and you can sit and watch. You can watch people have bail hearings, enter guilty pleas. You can watch people have their trials. So it's open in the summer. If I were you, I would, maybe get a friend and go down and watch how the criminal justice system actually works in practice. The other thing I would recommend doing is just going on the internet, looking at some web pages of criminal defense firms in your area, and just reaching out to a defense lawyer who has a practice or seems is doing something you find interesting. Defense lawyers were really chatty. We love telling stories about court or cases that we've worked on. So I think you'll find that if you send an email to a lawyer in your area and just ask if you can have a Zoom chat with them or a telephone call, or in non-COVID times to meet them for a coffee, I think you'll find that pretty much any defense attorney is willing to talk to you and tell you what their experience is really like. All right, so those are the 3 questions I was asked. Good luck.
So any student who's interested in going to law school, obviously solid marks are really important, but they're not the only thing that matters. Life experience is important, job experience is important, volunteer work is important. All of these things come together to form a solid application for law school. I personally think that for a successful career in criminal defense, it's really important to have strong volunteer work within sectors where you will be interacting with people who are involved in the criminal justice system. So addictions, mental health, issues of homelessness, poverty, working at shelters, food banks, doing advocacy work or policy work for marginalized communities, racialized communities, indigenous communities. There is a host of overrepresentation of certain segments of our population within the criminal justice system. And the best way to sort of set the foundation for defending people who are involved in the criminal justice system is advocating for people before they even get there, or in order to help get them out. I speak often about the criminal justice system as being a trap that keeps people stuck. The most important thing you can do is understand the way that trap works, understand some of the social underpinnings that allow a person to get stuck in that cycle, and what we can do to help get them out, because ultimately that should always be the end goal. So I certainly think for anyone with an interest in criminal work, defense work is by far the most rewarding type of work you can do within a legal career. I wish you good luck.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Future Me, where we connect students with professionals in their dream careers. If you're a student who's curious about a career in the field, you can submit questions directly through our website, and we'll find someone to get you those answers and give you some guidance. And if you're just tuning in, thank you so much for coming. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and share with your family and friends so that we can help more students. Until next time, we'll see you again on Future Me.